Hello, hello. I am about to show you guys my Comic-Con haul, and I got so many cool things at Comic-Con. I went on Friday. There was a lot of stuff. I have no idea what made it to the next couple days or not, because I only went for Friday. So speaking of that, this was actually the first thing I bought at Comic-Con. It is a very short but very fun book. It is called The Christmas Creature, as you can see on screen. I saw this and I immediately fell in love because I'm like, wow. Growing up, my family would read Christmas stories, either like on Christmas Eve or really just any time throughout the season, and so this was just kind of being nostalgic of that, but clearly being like a creepy version, right? So I just like slightly flipped through this. I saw the cover, I slightly flipped through this, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to have this. Both me and my sister felt that way. When I passed the stall, I noticed that there was only 3 in the basket. So I'd asked, hey, do you have any more stock of this? And she said no. So both me and my sister, we stashed one right up. So we only left like 1 in the basket. And that was basically the very start of the day on Friday. So I have no idea if she was able to get more stock for the next couple days or if that was literally all the stock she had. But I was really happy that we got this when we did and that I asked, because at that point in time I was thinking of just looking at everything and then going back to the things I liked, but if I had done that I would have missed this, so I'm glad that I didn't fully do that. I did end up reading through the whole thing. It's a very fun little story. I don't know if it is available online or not. Oh, another thing I should mention is that it was kind of a total whirlwind at the convention, which was just yesterday at the time that I'm filming this. So I don't necessarily remember the handles or like the store names of any of the artists that I bought things from. I did take a ton of business cards, but a lot of those business cards were from stalls that I didn't end up buying from. I'm probably not going to have a list of all of the names of every artist that I bought from, but what I can say is that the Emerald City Comic-Con website should have a list of every artist that attended. So if worst comes to worst, if you see anything that I show off that you really like, then you can check that. You can also just leave a comment saying, oh wow, I'm really interested in that one specific item. If you can mention the specific item to me, I might be able to find out who did that specifically. But I'm definitely not gonna go out of my way to just try to find the artist for everything I bought. So if you leave a comment, I might be able to find the ones that you're interested in, and then if not, there's a list on the website. Okay, so moving on. I guess next I'll just show you some of the cool stickers that I got. So I went to this one artist table and they had a deal for 5 stickers, and then you get I think 10% off or 20% off or something like that. So these are the first 3 stickers that I got. These are the ones I knew I wanted because it's Kingdom Hearts, so obviously I wanted it. I was happy with the amount of Kingdom Hearts merch that I saw. Unfortunately, I didn't see any Kingdom Hearts cosplayers other than myself, so that was kind of a bummer, but at least there was the merch. So obviously we've got Destiny Trio here, and they're each holding kind of like a plushie of an item. Actually, what I do find a little interesting about these stickers is that it's Sora holding the Paopu and not Kairi. I would have expected maybe a switch between the items between them, because I don't think Kairi's ever even met a Moogle before, but Sora obviously has, and then Kairi's really associated with the Paopu, so that's actually kind of interesting. But obviously they're all adorable, so really like them. And then the other 2 stickers that I got from this artist was this cute teddy sticker for Persona 4, and then I got this Shoka from Neo The World Ends With You, because I was just really happy to see The World Ends With You at this booth too. It was definitely the only booth that I saw The World Ends With You merch at. They had the whole Neo cast, so I was kind of like, who should I get? I did really want Shoka, and then I was like, oh, should I get another character as my 5th sticker? But it was too hard to choose, so I just ended up picking the Teddy as the 5th one. Oh my gosh, okay, so this next artist had the most amazing art. Oh, I loved like all of it. And they also had a deal for, it wasn't just for stickers, it was just buy 4 things, get a % off. And I opted to go for the stickers. Really the hard part was just choosing between all of the art because it was all amazing. But so here's one. I like this one a lot. I mean, honestly, I like all of it a lot. So I guess that's not saying much, but I do like this because you get 2 characters in one. So that makes it pretty cool. And then speaking of 2 characters in one, I got another one that was like that. And I really love the soft colors on this. And I like how it's the whole Cupid's arrow theming. You can see they're both have been shot by arrows, and it's just so beautiful, and I love the shape of it, and the characters are so pretty in this. And I mean, as you can see, these are also pretty big stickers. So I feel like you're definitely getting your money's worth out of that. And then this other one is one I knew that I wanted because I just think she's so beautiful. She's like a satyr girl. I really love the coloring on it and the way that the leaves are incorporated into the design. Again, it's a pretty big sticker, even if it's just one character. She's very, very pretty. And then the last sticker I went for was actually one that I wasn't initially going to pick, but then I like gave it a closer look and I was like, oh wait, no, that's so awesome, I have to get that one. As you can see, there's some parts that are more reflective and like that one eye versus that eye, and it makes for such a cool effect on the sticker. And of course it's kind of like gives me the cyberpunk theming, and it's just really cool looking, and it looks sufficiently different from the other ones, so I felt like I got a good variety, and of course the art is amazing across all of these. Alright, so the next thing is just this cute little charm I got, just as you're not the worst, and I don't know, I found it pretty, I think it's motivating to look at, you know, it's like you're the best, can seem a little fake, you know, sometimes. You just don't really believe it, but you're not the worst? Well, that's true. You're probably not the worst. And I really like the coloring on this. So there was a lot of really cute things at this booth, but it was kind of like choice overload, so I ended up like not choosing between any of the really cute like Genshin characters and all of that because I'd have to choose a character, and I just went for this one because it's very generally cute and awesome. So I ended up putting it on my lanyard and wore it with my badge throughout the day, and that was really fun. Alright, so on the subject of charms, I did get one more charm, and so yeah, I only got the 2 charms total throughout the day, but this is the other one. Isn't he so cute? It's Luo Binghe from Scum Villain's Self-Saving System, and he's my absolute favorite character. And this charm is just so adorable. I love it so much. I think he probably still has the protective film on him. I know I haven't taken any off, so yeah, I think it's still there. But look at him. Look. So cute. But yeah, this booth, I initially, hold on a second, moving some stuff. Okay, so this booth, I initially because at the start of the day I was like, oh, I want to look at everything before I commit to buying anything, except for, yep, of course this one was the exception because there was such low stock. I was like, oh, I'll come back. And I'll tell you, there was so much in Artist Alley that maybe halfway through Artist Alley, I'm like, okay, you know what? That was a dumb idea. So I ended up going back to the first area to make sure I didn't forget about the things that I wanted and to make sure they didn't go out of stock. So that was the booth. One of those booths was where I got him. There's actually 2 artists sharing the same booth, so they had a deal where if you bought one thing from each of them, you would get a free sticker. And so that was really easy for me because not only did I absolutely love this pin by one of the artists, But the other artist made this absolutely incredible MXTX tarot card set. I didn't even have to look through all the cards. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Absolutely amazing. And let me tell you, this was only $27. And I was like, oh my God, that's so worth it, because you're getting so much art. There's like, I think it said 78 illustrations contained in this, all for MXTX, all 3 novels. So it also comes with this little guidebook, which shows the illustrations, the numbers in the suits, and it shows like what they mean, and then it has like a quote that sort of corresponds with the character / scene that they drew. It's really, really cool. So yeah, this is a guidebook, and then you can see the cards here. Ugh. I'll just show like maybe 1 or 2. Oh, I think dang, I went through them and I think they went a bit out of order, because this is King of Pentacles, which obviously shouldn't be first. So yeah, I think I'm probably gonna have to rearrange them. Oh yeah, and then one thing that was a little bit odd when I got this is that they actually were out of order when I initially bought them. Like when I was going through them, I realized that they were a little out of order, but I mean, you can just put them back in order, it's not a big deal. But yeah, anyways, absolutely incredible. So I was so happy with both of these purchases. This made me so happy. And then I got this free sticker of Ferret Xie Lian. Isn't it so cute? So yeah, very, very, very satisfied with that and happy I went back. I don't know if they were close to selling out or not, but super happy. I actually got a lot of prints, so I'm probably gonna go through those next. Okay, so this print is of an OC, but I thought she was so adorable. I love this OC. She's so cute. I had to get a print of her. I decided when I saw this, I'm like, you know what? She's so cute. I definitely want that, so I'm gonna get it. Really was a question of whether I wanted to get the big print or the small print. I ultimately decided on the small print because, you know, there's only so much space on my walls. And I thought this might actually work potentially as a nice backdrop to one of my figure shelves. I'm not sure yet. I haven't actually really, none of the prints I've got, I have not actually tested putting them on my walls or putting them on shelves yet. I'll worry about that later. But she's so cute, I had to get her. These next 2 like postcard prints are both from the same artist. Thing is, actually, this one right here was free because it just shows the artist's information. So, well, there it is if you care. And unfortunately, I actually didn't notice at the time that they did NFTs. I do not support NFTs. I hate how harmful they are to, well, really everybody, especially artists, and then also the environment. So that was a huge bummer to find out. So yeah, keep that in mind. So, I mean, again, the artist information is here, but they do NFTs, so if you don't want to support that, then keep that in mind. But the art is very, very pretty, and it was nice to, you know, basically the business card is itself an art print, and it is very beautiful. And of course, this Kokomi art is very beautiful. I was happy to find this because I had seen some just absolutely stunning Kokomi artwork, as in like an acrylic print, earlier that day that I fell in love with the moment I saw it. I knew I had to get it. The only problem was that it was $80. It wasn't super big. It was like a good size, but it wasn't huge. It was $80, and one other person who either bought the print or was like just seeing it being shown off to them. I'm not sure whether like a transaction had actually been made, but basically it was like, oh yeah, look at this print, and it shattered. There was this loud noise and it shattered into pieces. And that scared the shit out of me. It made me go, I don't know if I feel comfortable paying a whole $80 for this print when I just saw another one shatter. So, you know, I ended up passing. Maybe at some point I would buy it still online. I don't know. Really don't know. But in any case, I'm glad that I was able to get this Kokomi at least. Oh, okay, so this art is another piece that I absolutely fell in love with. I mean, this art style, like the black and white, but with like a little bit of red, and just like the pencil feeling of it. I love that. And then the actual drawing itself, it's very dark fairy tale, which the artist did tell me that's what they like. They like grim fairy tales, so they kind of try to put that into their art, and it was very clear to me. So they had a lot of good stuff, but this is the one that's really spoke to me. I just love this one. I haven't taken it out of the plastic yet. It's not super thick paper, so I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna leave it in there for now. But good thing about me not taking it out of the plastic is that the business card is actually still there, so there you go. If you're interested in this artwork, you can go and check out the artist. Alright, so this print right here, oh, look at how stunning this print is. Oh my god. This is, and if you don't know, this is Yozora from Kingdom Hearts 3 and onward, because he's definitely going to be showing up again. I have had this art saved to my phone for a long time now, so actually seeing it in person in print, I was like, oh my god, I have to get that. And oh my gosh, it was, I swear, thinking back on it, I really should have just, I mean, it was, of course it's smart to not buy things right away, but because of how much there was and not having enough time, I really should have considered just getting the things I was absolutely in love with. I should have considered just getting them right then and there, more so than I did, because I almost forgot to go back for this print. Luckily, I did go back to that one section because I'm like, I'm pretty sure that there were stalls in this section that I wanted to go back and get things from, and lo and behold, this artist was one of those stalls. I'm like, oh my god, yeah, I wanted that. So yeah, really happy I went back, because I would have been so upset if I'd forgotten to get this print. I mean, look at how stunningly gorgeous it is. Do you see this? It's so beautiful. Alright, so this next art I'm going to show you, actually the next two I'm going to show you are from the same artist, the same booth, and they actually had a deal for two different prints, so that was really nice because I really liked both of these prints. So the first one that I got that I knew and for sure I wanted was this one right here, this Kingdom Hearts one, and I absolutely love the colors on this. It's so vibrant. And of course the pose of everything and all of the characters, right? I mean, you've got all the trios, you've got Naminé right there, you've got like the various villains, and then this is actually something that I only noticed after I bought it, but you've even got young Xehanort and Ericus in the corner, and that just made me love it even more. I mean, look how beautiful this is. It's such a fantastic representation of the Dark Seeker saga, and really I couldn't be happier. I just love this so much, and it's also pretty thick. It's a lot thicker paper than some of the other prints I got, which makes me feel a lot better about holding it like this and not having it in plastic or anything. Alright, and the next print I got from that artist was this Venti in his Archon outfit. So kind of hard to show on camera because it's, you know, the vertical print. Maybe I'll add B-roll or something, but I really love how this looks. It looks so carefree. Like, it makes me feel like I'm like flying around in the wind or something, you know? And I just really like Venti as a character, so I was really in love with this one as well. So it was a pretty easy choice as the second print in order to get that discount. Okay, I've just got two more prints to show you, I promise. But this one right here, as you can see, it's Ranni from Elden Ring. Again, hard to have her all in frame when the camera's like this. I make sure B-roll, but I was in love with the lighting and colors on this one. I mean, there were plenty of amazing pieces of Ranni artwork, and there was even a Ranni cosplayer I saw, which was also really cool. But this was the artwork I could not pass up. I fell in love with it. So beautiful, man. pretty. Alright, hold on a second, because this next one, it's a big one, so we'll probably definitely have to do B-roll for this next one. Okay. I've got it here. Sorry, but yeah, so this one is a nice big poster, and I mean it says it on there, but it's the Keyblade Graveyard, and then got some keys like Kingdom Key and Way to Dawn, which of course aren't actually in the Keyblade Graveyard, but they're there and they're prominent because, you know, two main characters of the series, of course they're there in this piece of art, and it's so nice to me. It's very like atmospheric. And the thing is, this artist had so much good art. They had some really great Final Fantasy VII ones, they had a Persona 5, they had some Genshin Impact, even had Legend of Zelda, and it was hard. I was like, oh man, which print do I want? Because they had those ones all displayed on their wall. But like many of the other stalls, they had more prints that you could see in like a little laminated flip book, or I don't think it was a full book. I think it might have just been one sheet, but the point is they had more prints that they didn't have displayed on the wall behind them on this laminated sheet. So I went ahead and I looked at that, and then I noticed that there was the Kingdom Hearts one. And I'm like, oh, well, you know, I'm getting the Kingdom Hearts one. That makes that easy. And so I'm really glad I got this. It's so nice. I really can't wait to put these up in my room. All of these prints. I mean, I'm in love with all of them. That's why I bought them. Of all of the amazing art at Comic-Con, these were the ones that I had to get, you know. And they're really just so beautiful, every single one of them. And, you know, other than, of course, the bummer of finding out at least one of the artists does in fact do NFTs, which again sucks. I'm not sure about any of the other artists I bought from. I'm not the kind of person who would go through the entire list of artists at Artist Alley to try and see who to avoid because of anything that they've done. So, you know, it is what it is. Alright, that was all of my prints, but that's not everything I got. I still have more, if you can believe it. Maybe you can believe it if you've ever been to a convention before, you'd know. Alright, so the final Kingdom Hearts thing I got is this right here, which is so cool. When I saw this, I went crazy. This is actually a bottle opener. You can see this here. It's like a little keychain. But the fact of the matter is, this is metal, and it is a really nice replica of Oblivion. I mean, you even got like the purple there, and it's on both sides, so it's not just one-sided. It feels great to hold because it's actually metal. I said that, but seriously, this thing, when I saw it, I was freaking out because there was Oblivion, there was Oathkeeper, and there was Kingdom Key. The Oathkeeper, it was like a sort of like a rainbowy reflective material, I guess is the best way to explain it. I was really tempted by Kingdom Key. I thought about maybe getting both, but I ultimately just decided on this one. I mean, look, I'm sorry, just look at this. I probably will use it if I ever need to actually use it for its real purpose, but otherwise, this should just go in on my Kingdom Hearts shelf. I mean, look at this. So I was so excited to get this. I was so excited. Okay, then we just have a few more things left, which are toy category. I didn't get any full-on figurines unless you count, well, what I'm about to show you, which is these little dudes. Psyduck with like I don't know if it's just a regular Eevee, floaty, and then we got Eevee wearing a little Pikachu like rain jacket or poncho or something. Yeah, ultimately, really, I just fell in love with Psyduck, but it was a 2 for $5 deal. It was, you know, 2 for $5, so I ended up going for this is the other one because it is very cute. Okay, so we've reached the end. This is actually the final thing. Yeah, they were from the exhibitors hall, which was also just absolutely stacked. But yeah, I'm keeping it in here. But sorry, I think this thing is so cute. It is this like fluffy, super soft spider plushie. Isn't it so cute? You can see all of its legs. The brand was like, I think it was MochiOshis. Yeah, I think it says here. MochiOshis, which I've never heard of before. There don't seem to be a lot, at least right now, of the different kinds, but that might change in the future. But yeah, this is the one that I just fell in love with. Like, I could not go without. I just thought it was so super cute. There was a blue colored one, but I felt like the shades of the blue were a little bit off. Like, they looked a bit odd, so I ended up liking the pink one a lot better. But this thing, seriously, it is so soft and so cute. It's so cute.